Hi you guys, I'm back again. My name is Tamika. This is my channel Tamika Uploaded, and today, finally, we're going to do my December wrap up and my January 2016 TBR. Yeah. Hi you guys, I'm super excited. Finally, we're gonna talk about what I read in December. It's been hectic. I said this in my last video, I'll say it again, and we're gonna get into it. So, the first thing I want to talk about is how sad my reading months have been for both December and I feel for January. But I'm gonna make a comeback. I'm gonna make it soon. But what I read in December was all 7 Harry Potter books. I did do it, you guys. I did it, okay? I did it. I made wands. I used magic to get through those books. And I'm excited because those books were actually absolutely amazing. And this was actually my first time reading the Harry Potter books. Never read them a day in my life. Adored the movies, obviously. But this was my first time reading the books and dissecting them and seeing how different they were from the movies. The movies did a really good job of trying to adapt it, but there were some things that are definitely different that I preferred in the book that didn't happen in the movie. But we'll get into that another day. However, I did want to tell y'all one of my favorite book that I just enjoyed, and that was Order of the Phoenix. A lot of people didn't like it. And when I went into it, I didn't realize it was 800 some odd pages. And it was the longest book I spent time with. Like, I flew through all the other books. But that Order of the Phoenix, though, that Order of the Phoenix took forever. But I really enjoyed it and had some of the greatest memorable moments I will always remember, especially since they are so different from the movies. Like, I feel so different about Cho right now. Like, I'm just not okay with her defending that snitch. Like, what, Cho? You know what? Why don't you go somewhere and cry? No. Shh, 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 shh. Go somewhere and cry. Like, that's exactly how I felt about Cho. Like, she was like that Scarlet. Like, you know what? I'm gonna make Scarlet a brand new trope. Like that whiny, ridiculous character from Lunar Chronicles, Scarlet. Like, she's that character. Like, just so whiny. It's not about you, Cho. It's not about you. I did want to take this moment. I've never done this before, and I wanted to read my favorite scene in Order of the Phoenix. And this is between Umbridge and Professor McGonagall. They made the book. Like, forget what you heard. This scene, I'm gonna let y'all know, if I could be in this scene, how I would have reacted had I caught this happen. I'm gonna read it to y'all. So if you wanted to follow along, feel free to get your book. And it is on page 664, this edition, on paperback. And it is in the chapter Career Advice, in case you wanted to try to find it. And it's the part where Professor McGonagall is giving Harry Potter his career advice and what he wants to be. He says, I want to be an Auror. And she was like, okay, well, if you want to be an Auror, this is what you got to go through. You know what I'm saying? You have some really good things going for you. And Umbridge is chilling, watching the whole thing. And she was like, then Umbridge talks about how, you shouldn't give him false hope and stuff like that. And now I'm going to read from there. And she was like, false hope? He has achieved high marks in all his defense against dark art tests. And Umbridge, I'm terribly sorry to contradict you, Minerva, but as you will see from my note, Harry has been achieving very poor results in his classes with me. This is the best part. I should have made my meaning plainer, says Professor McGonagall. He has achieved high marks in all defense against the dark arts tests set by competent teachers. My reaction. Umbridge, I'm gonna need you to pick your face up off the ground. Cause she just did that. Professor McGonagall's not my new favorite character. Like, she's number one. She is number one. I mean, she did that. Like, I was like, Umbridge, she tried you and succeeded. Like, would not want to be you. But yes, I read all 7 Harry Potter books, but I also read Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. And my feelings towards the books is wishy-washy. I enjoyed the book. If you saw my 2016 New Year's resolution, you'll know exactly how I felt. But the beginning was lackluster. I wanted to drop it at one point, but I had to read it through because I was reading with 2 lovely ladies, Miss Lee B12 and Joss from School Breeze. We were both buddy reading that in December. And I think we both were just like, I gotta get through it. But once we got to like about 125 pages in, you know, it started getting really fun and cute and we loved it. But then the ending was like, what did I just read? Wait, let me read it again. I give up. Like that, I mean, that's really how we felt. Like, it's just, no matter how much we discussed it amongst each other, like, it was just like, what is this? What did we just read? But those moments that were just so memorable and awesome is the reason why I want to purchase the book and have a copy of it just to read those moments. But the rest of it, no, I can't. And I won't. Can't do it. Then I didn't like it. Nope. Next thing that I did read was a manga. And I read this because it was very, very unique, and it's called A Silent Voice. The author of this book is Oshitoki Oima, and I'll leave the name down below if you want to, you know, find by author, but it's called A Silent Voice, and it is the story of a boy and a girl, and this girl is deaf, and she goes to a new school, and this boy is just freaked out by her. And he just tortures her. He picks on her. He takes her hearing aids out to the point where the principal comes in and says, she has lost so many hearing aids. It is going to cost us thousands of dollars and we're going to have to replace them. But we want to know who is picking on her and doing all this and bullying her and such. And then the whole class turns on him, even though the whole class was kind of in on it as well. And he then in turn becomes the center of bullying. And she drops out of school. And then they become high schoolers, go from elementary school, and we skip all the way to become high schoolers. And he wants to commit suicide because he's still being bullied and hated and ostracized. And he makes a decision that before he kills himself, he wants to find this girl and apologize. So he actually takes sign language classes so that he can communicate how he feels and his sincerest apologies for how he treated her back in elementary school. And it is absolutely amazing. It's so enduring. And I mean, he is a jerk. You will hate him. But his character development is absolutely amazing. And it's definitely something that I feel like anybody who's like interested in learning about different forms of communities and have just an interest in just reading something that's a little bit more out the box, honestly. It's so lovely. And they actually sign in the book and then they tell you what the signing means. And so I guess you can learn a little sign language too. But it's absolutely a wonderful manga. It has several volumes. I think I only read volume 1, or I guess book 1. And I am going to continue on with that and I'll let y'all know how that goes. It's absolutely amazing. So I am telling you to go and check that out. All right, so that ends the December wrap up. Now let's move into January TBR.